Hello and welcome to the Minimum Competence episode for February 7th, 2023. I'm your host for today, Andrew Leahy, a tax and technology attorney from New Jersey. Today we'll be discussing what has been a busy few days at the American Bar Association House of Delegates, the potential for a 13th Amendment constitutional right to abortion, and the ongoing saga of Sam Bankman-Fried's attempts to chat with former colleagues. Let's jump in. The American Bar Association's House of Delegates rejected a proposal to end the testing requirement for admission into law schools. The proposal would have allowed schools to admit students without scores from the Law School Admission Test, or LSAT, or the Graduate Record Examinations, the GRE. The final decision on admission standards rests with the Council of the ABA Section of Legal Education and Admissions to the Bar, which gave the proposal preliminary approval last year. Bill Adams, the Bar Association's Managing Director of Accreditation and Legal Education, said the council would consider next steps at a meeting on February 17th. The LSAT is the most widely used admission test for law schools, but some believe it poses an unnecessary barrier to disadvantaged students. And in a busy day for the ABA, the American Bar Association's House of Delegates also called for the U.S. Supreme Court to adopt a binding code of ethics for its justices, similar to the code of conduct that the Judicial Conference of the United States has adopted for federal judges. The call was made after a debate at the 2023 ABA mid-year meeting in New Orleans. Supreme Court justices are only required to follow some ethical requirements set by federal statute, but they are not bound by any rules that include, quote, the full sweep of basic ethical principles that apply to other judges. James Williams, the Washington delegate to the House of Delegates, said that the resolution was important to the legal profession and the Supreme Court's reputation and credibility. The motion to postpone the resolution was defeated, and several ABA leaders spoke in favor of the resolution, including past ABA President Patricia Lee Rifa. This will be a news story to watch. A federal judge in Washington, D.C. suggested that the 13th Amendment may provide a constitutional right to abortion. The judge, Colleen Collar-Catelli, made this suggestion in a pending criminal case against several anti-abortion activists. The Supreme Court's ruling in Dobbs v. Jackson Women's Health Organization only concluded that the 14th Amendment does not include a right to abortion, but did not rule out other provisions of the Constitution that might apply. There is legal scholarship that suggests the 13th Amendment, which bans slavery and involuntary servitude, may provide a right to abortion. Collar-Catelli has asked the parties in the criminal case to present arguments on the issue by mid-March. Other lawsuits have also been filed, arguing that the First Amendment or state constitutions may extend to abortion rights. FTX founder Sam Bankman-Fried has reached an agreement with U.S. prosecutors in regards to the fraud case involving the collapse of the cryptocurrency exchange FTX. Bankman-Fried has been allowed to contact some current or former employees of cryptocurrency companies he once controlled, but must comply with other restrictive bail conditions. He has been free on $250 million bond and required to live with his parents in California since pleading not guilty to looting billions of dollars from FTX. Bankman-Fried was temporarily banned from contacting employees of FTX and his hedge fund Alameda Research or using apps such as Signal due to prosecutors' concerns of possible witness tampering. The proposed agreement would still bar Bankman-Fried from entering financial transactions over $1,000 except to pay his lawyers. He will be able to communicate by phone, email, WhatsApp, iMessage, and Facebook Messenger, but not Signal, presumably owing to that app's automatic deletion feature. And in our final quick news hit, should electric vehicles be taxed by battery weight? Andrew Leahy at Bloomberg Tax says they should. Hey, that's me. Oh, okay, well, read my column, won't you? And as always, thanks so much for listening to Minimum Competence, your daily news podcast for lawyers. If you're looking for more than Minimum Competence, links to further reading on all the topics touched on today are in the show notes. If you have any questions or story suggestions, find us on Mastodon on the esq.social instance. We also have a link aggregator in the Fediverse at links.esq.social, where some of our stories will be sourced from, so feel free to sign up and submit there. We are especially interested in legal happenings from our listeners outside the United States. If you have an interesting case or story, consider recording a 30-second to 2-minute clip on your phone and sending it in. We'd love to run it. Contact information is in the show notes. Minimum Competence is part of the ESQcast network of podcasts and streams on esqstream.com. Catch you back here tomorrow, and until then, take heart in your minimum competence.